Good morning, Clark Middle School. It's time for our February SEL lesson. Today we are going to be talking about embracing our differences. But first, this week is Random Acts of Kindness Week, and Thursday is Random Acts of Kindness Day. So we have a couple things going on. First of all, for Thursday, we do have a Peace, Love, and Kindness Spirit Day. So wear tie-dye or a kind message shirt on Thursday, February 17th. In each of the common areas of each wing, there is a little yellow sign like this. And with that is some activities that you can do. Of course, I love to give out prizes. So if you complete any of them for men, you can win a prize. But the first one is the randomactsofkindness.org website has a coloring contest for all ages. If you complete this, you can go on the website and I have all this in the Google Classroom, but you can go on the website and submit it for some prizes. Or you can just color it, or you can create your own kindness message poster and turn it in. I'll accept these or your own idea, and you can turn it in and you can win one of these Be Kind prizes. Here's a tie-dye Be Kind shirt. There's a little holder for your hand sanitizer, a lanyard that says always be kind, it's tie-dye, and this tie-dye Be Kind bag. So you can be eligible for one of these prizes. Also, there is some daily kind acts ideas. If you mark any of these off that you've done, or think of your own and write them down what you've done and turn it in. Don't forget your name. Don't forget your name on both these so I can know who to give a prize to if you win. And turn that in. You will also be eligible for a prize. So check those things out. There's also on your Google Classroom, I'm going to put the randomactsofkindness.org website link there. They have some great videos to inspire you. Other people's how they've decided to do random acts of kindness and be kind. Remember, we don't need a day or a week to be kind. It's great to be kind, but any day of the week, any time of the year. But this is a great chance to see what others are doing out there, get inspired, and go out there and show kindness, spread kindness. Kindness is contagious. So, all right, so let's get on to our SEL lesson today. So we're gonna, now remember, this is a little bit new format for me. I'm trying it again. So thank you for your patience and all your kind words about the last one. So what's diversity? What does diversity and what does unity mean? Those are some words that you're gonna hear often today. As we look at this artwork here, Making a Beautiful World by Madeh M. From Iran, I want you to kind of look at this artwork and think about these words, diversity and unity, okay? So diversity means including or involving people from a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds and of different genders, etc. And unity is the state of being united or joined as a whole. So does this artwork represent, is a good representation of diversity? So what you see here that kind of defines, gives an example of diversity, and does it show unity? Okay. So as we look at, we already said that, as we looked at this artwork, so what do you think? Do you feel this is a good representation of diversity? Do you feel like you are represented here? Why or why not? When you look at this artwork, do you see anything that represents you and your diversity? Could this artwork be an example of unity? Why or why not? And what are some examples of where diversity and unity makes things better? So take a moment and look at that artwork and think about, do I see myself in there? Do I see myself in this art piece? And it can be for a variety of reasons. We have a lot of differences. We have a lot of things that make us who we are. And so Maybe you see yourself as somebody who wears their hair a certain way. Maybe a gender, maybe not. Maybe clothing or eye color or hair color. Maybe it's race. Maybe it's texture of your hair. Maybe it's clothing that you like to wear. Do you see yourself in this art piece? So what is social awareness? Social awareness is the ability to understand the perspectives of and empathize with others, including those from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and contexts. So recognizing strengths in others, that's important to see how we all contribute to our school, our community, and what those strengths are, and recognizing those and appreciating those. Demonstrating empathy and compassion, showing concern for the feeling of others. Even if you don't understand why somebody may be upset, being able to listen to them and what they're going through, and empathizing with and showing compassion for those feelings that they're having. Understanding and expressing gratitude. Remember, showing gratitude is shown to increase our well-being, and it strengthens our relationship with others. And identifying diverse social norms. It's important to understand that different families, genders, cultures, etc. have different behaviors that are acceptable or not. For example, of my own personal social norm, when my husband was in the Army families, Army culture, Army posts, and that is a social network. So when my husband was in the Army and we lived at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, which we call living on post, no matter what, it really fascinated me for the longest time, because no matter what, cars would stop for pedestrians, crossing any road, any street, anywhere, in the parking lot, anywhere. It was almost so expected that pedestrians would not even maybe bother to almost look both ways. So got so used to that and so comfortable with, no matter what, a car, whatever, a vehicle that would be passing by would always be looking out for pedestrians and always stop for people, no matter what. Everyone on post understood that it was a priority for cars to stop and wait for people to cross. And anytime we had visitors, like our own visitors come, maybe family members come to visit us on post, that was one thing I made sure to explain, the importance of watching for pedestrians if they were driving or around post, because that was such a big deal. There were a lot of different social norms for living in the military and the Army, but that was one that really stuck out to me a lot. So why should we have social awareness? Well, it helps us understand others better, it helps us communicate better, and it shows concern for others, which helps us become more respectful school and community members. So we're going to take a moment to watch this video of how some teens discuss social awareness and how they learn to build their social awareness skills.
I know my friends are sad because they usually tell me when they're feeling sad, because it's just, you can tell what they're going through. I have like happy friends, like every time when I walk in the door, they'll like hug or have a like handshake or anything. They'll just be normally happy. But if one of my friends are sad, you can like tell. They'll be like head down, not feeling good, or just not in a like energetic mood.
We first started doing group projects, and I knew myself that it was tough to read others' emotions and to know us to what they think.
We care about each other, and when we come to school, it's not just about doing math or reading. We want to know what's going on with you as a person. A time when I was struggling, it was in social studies class again, and I was sort of just slumped down in my chair. And my teacher came to me and asked me, what's wrong, what's going on with you? Is there anything I can do to help? And it was at the beginning of class, so I sort of just talked it out a little bit, and eventually I was just able to do my work.
My basketball coach, for when I was younger, we would always have new people coming onto our team, and I was there for a while, so they always wanted the people that have been on the team to sort of ease in the new players. He just huddled us over and he said, look at the new guys, they look a little stiff, go loosen them up a little bit, ask them about how their day was and all that stuff. It really it's just a skill that's great to have, because not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping another person open up, and I think that's really important in life.
Okay, so how were you able to relate to this video? Did you have maybe some similar experiences that they did? How do you feel your social awareness skills are at this point in life? Being able to recognize our strengths, but also what we need to work on is as important as we work towards being the best version of ourselves. Remember, we're learning these skills. We're not born knowing them. We don't necessarily always have them right already. So that's why we talk about these types of skills and how to recognize those in ourselves and why they're important. It takes learning, being willing to listen, and learn and practice those new skills. I often discuss empathy. Why do you think I do that? Well, being able to show empathy to others is the key to creating a culture of kindness where we know that bullying won't be tolerated, and being able to appreciate that there are other perspectives, and to be open to listening and helping others unites us and helps us feel safe and allows us to be who we are. So take a moment to look at this artwork. It's called "A Mile in My Shoes." Have you ever heard the phrase, or has someone ever told you, try walking a mile in their shoes, or try walking a mile in my shoes? What are they meaning when they say that? Maybe you've said that to someone. It's usually said when someone doesn't think another person understands what they've been through, or maybe what they're going through currently. So let's look at the colors, okay? Look at the colors in this artwork piece. It's done by a 10th grader, Madison, from Menasha High School in Menasha, Wisconsin. So let's look at thinking about the title, "A Mile in My Shoes." Look at the colors, look how the art piece is done. I just want you to kind of think about what you notice. Teachers, if you'd like to pause at this time to take a moment to discuss how this art piece shows diversity and unity, then I'll meet back with you in a couple of minutes. So welcome back. I hope you had a chance to talk about this art piece and notice what the examples of diversity and unity are shown in this artwork. I'd love to hear your ideas and what you thought and what you guys came up with. So as you took time to kind of look at this art piece, talk about the shoes, the colors, how they relate, as you notice that this person is wearing the shoes of this person, and this person's wearing the shoes of this person. Think about that as you watch this video called, that it's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes. on over. Okay, so as we watch that video, how is that video similar to the artwork that we just saw, A Mile in My Shoes? So what were the similarities? What was the message that they were both trying to get you to kind of think about? Because each one of those pairs of shoes, each shoes that you saw had a different story. And everybody has background or things that have gone in their life that some people don't know anything about. Some have some really wonderful memories, maybe going through some really great things at the moment, some really awesome stuff's happening for them at the moment. And then sometimes they're not at the moment. We all have ups and downs in life, but our background, what we've went through, we all have something going on. So sometimes it's really great to think about if we were in somebody else's shoes, what have they walked? What are they experiencing? What are they going through right now or have been through? So have you ever felt that misunderstood? Have you ever wished somebody could, walk in your shoes? Have you ever felt misunderstood or that someone isn't listening to you or really appreciating what you've been through? Knowing that we may have felt that way helps us remind us that we need to take time to remember that other people also have had experiences we may not realize or understand. And not always are those things tough stuff. A lot of times we think about that, people don't know what we've been through, and that's the tough stuff. And that's important. But we also have had some really great things happen that people might not realize, and that's important to help understand who we are and where we've come to. how far we've come sometimes. So it's always important to show that we show empathy to others. Teachers, will you pause here so you can complete this activity? You're going to complete an activity called A Mile in Your Shoes. So just like in the artwork or video, what if someone could take time to walk a mile in your shoes? So you're going to get a shoe outline, one or the other, and you're going to write something you wish others understood about you. You don't need to write your name on it, but you can. You can decorate it and draw on it, and whatever you'd like to do. These are your shoes, and I just FYI, I may hang these up. So also, if you feel comfortable with it, discuss what you wrote on that you would like others to understand about you that maybe people don't always quite get or don't know about you that you would like them to know. It could be something tough that you've been through. It could be something that you've progress you've made or something you've accomplished too. Okay, all of those things make up who we are. So teachers, you can pause here, and I will see you back here soon. Okay, so I hope you had a chance to really think about what you'd like others to know about you, and I can't wait to see the shoes and what you wish people could walk a mile in your shoes and find out. So this is a new art piece called Patterns and Possibilities 1 through 6 by Donovan Brutus from San Francisco. So I just want you to take a second to look at this art piece, see what you notice about it, see what details you see similarities and differences. This quote, we're going to talk about this quote on the next slide. Each of us is a vibrant thread in humanity's tapestry. And that quote was by an 11th grader. So it was somebody that they combined this art piece with that quote, and it goes really well with it. We're going to discuss it in just a second. So we're going to take a second to listen to Donovan Brutus talk about his art piece, and this is his statement, his artist statement. Artists, when they put an art piece out, often have an artist statement to kind of give an insight of where the art piece came from, their thinking, why they created it, or give something that the artist wants you to know about it. His statement was, no matter where we come from, we all have something in common. We all have hopes and dreams. Visually, I represented not only diverse women, but also the patterns and art of their respective cultures. So let's listen to him talk for just a second about his art piece. I can get over here.
Despite any differences that we might have.
I've got to remember to rewind these, sorry.
Hey everyone, my name is Donovan Brutus, and I'm incredibly honored and excited to be a part of the Embracing Our Differences exhibit. This piece, Patterns and Possibilities, it was originally inspired by a trip to Morocco that I took in 2015, I believe it was. I was at the Bin Youssef Mosque, and I looked up, and I saw a woman gazing out the window. She seemed to be thinking about something. And in that moment, I kind of thought about how no matter what your culture and background is, we all have hopes and dreams. So I think that's something that kind of unites us all, despite any differences that we might have. So in addition to being fascinated with this woman and what she could possibly be thinking, I also wanted to explore the pattern work of these sort of cultures, because I was really enamored with Moroccan architecture. So in addition to Moroccan, there is Aboriginal, American, Mexican, Japanese, and the Ndebele artwork that's explored here. Hey everyone.
Okay, so think about this quote again. Each of us is a vibrant thread in humanity's tapestry. How does that relate to this artwork? How does it relate to what we've been talking about today? Notice each triangle. Notice each rectangle of culture and individuality. So each rectangle is a culture is a rectangle of their individuality and their culture. But just like the artist Donovan Brutus said, no matter our background or culture, we all have hopes and dreams, and we're united by that. So we've discussed the importance of appreciating our differences, having empathy towards others, listening and learning about each other, and taking the time to use our social awareness skills to strengthen our relationships. Let's take a moment to think about our own identities and what makes us what we are, who we are. So you're going to take a few minutes to look at this personal identity wheel. And you're going to fill out as much as you can, okay? Don't worry if you can't fill every spot up, that's okay. Just take time to think about them and fill out what you can. After your teachers give you a few minutes, you're going to have the opportunity to discuss the similarities and differences in your identity wheels, and think about what you value most or least, and why. Also think about how diversity and unity relates to your personal identity, and how we can use what we know about ourselves to appreciate others. Teachers, you can pause here, and I'll see you in a few minutes. So I hope you were able to take time to appreciate what makes you, you. Anytime we can have respectful discussions about our similarities and differences, it strengthens our community. So now that we've discussed diversity and unity, social awareness, and personal identities, let's use what we've learned to create our own patterns and possibilities artwork. So you're going to receive a triangle, just one of these triangles, that you will create your own personal identity, like in Donovan Brutus's piece. On the right side, you're going to think about what you think about and your dreaming and your personal like self-portrait of you dreaming and thinking. Don't forget to think about what hairstyle, what clothing you might be wearing, anything that kind of represents you. The rest of the rectangle is to reflect your personal identity with drawings, patterns, or even words. There's no rules on that. So whatever makes up you. You can put your name on it, or you don't have to. I'll put them all together to show that we are all each unique individuals that together are diverse and united. Thank you so much for listening today, participating and learning and growing. You're all important and we care about each one of you. So be kind to each other and yourself. Have a great week, CMS.